Much of the focus in American politics in the past week or so has been on a Twitter-related sex scandal involving a New York congressman. But beyond the titillating headlines, the serious business of preparing for next November's presidential election is already well underway. As Barack Obama struggles to turn the US economy around, the Republicans are having their own battle to find a viable candidate to take on the Democrat incumbent. Today, a lineup of Republican hopefuls began selling themselves to the public in the first of many TV debates. Here's Washington correspondent Michael Brissenden.
I'm Tim Pawlenty, and I'm running for President of the United States.
I am a candidate for the presidency in the Republican Party primary.
Haven't decided yet. Haven't decided. Still looking at the field, knowing that there's still going to be a lot of shake-up in that lineup.
The American political cycle is a fierce beast. It never really rests, but it does have a rhythm to it. And the constant media focus attracts the worthy, the wacky, and everything in between.
I will not be running for president.
I came here to declare my candidacy for the Republican nomination for President of the United States of America.
All the factors say go, but my heart says no.
Winning the right to stand for a major party in a presidential election can be a tough political battle in itself.
Welcome to St. Anselm College in Manchester, New Hampshire, and the first Republican presidential debate in this...
The presidential election is still 17 months off, and even the primaries don't get underway until February next year. But the positioning and fundraising is well underway. And for those that have made their intention clear, the public debating season is heating up as well.
Because we're going to win. Just make no mistake about it. I want to announce tonight, President Obama is a one-term president. We'll win.
I will be a president to do what's right, not what's politically right.
For the moment, these debates are what they call here an inside-the-beltway preoccupation. But the pollsters are already hard at work.
Not to be trite, but what Republicans are looking for is someone who can beat Barack Obama. And that's the most important thing to them.
Most Americans have yet to engage with the 2012 election, but at grassroots conservative events like this Faith and Freedom conference, they're talking of nothing else. The trouble for Republicans is that nearly half of them don't like any of the current crop of likely candidates.
I've seen this before. You know, the Democratic field in 1992, a whole bunch of people like Mario Cuomo didn't run, and then this obscure Southern governor named Bill Clinton came up. The more important thing is not whether the field is what everyone wants it to be, but is it a competitive contest?
Of those that have declared, only Mitt Romney is polling well.
We're going to go right through here.
Little homemade chili here.
He also ran in 2008 against John McCain, but he's a big target for any political challenger from the right of the party. His healthcare plan, introduced while he was governor of Massachusetts, is remarkably similar to the one Republicans call simply Obamacare. Other declared candidates so far include the former Minnesota Governor Tim Pawlenty, the perennial libertarian Ron Paul, and the former House Speaker Newt Gingrich, running as a family values conservative despite his own controversial history of affairs and broken marriages.
Things happened in my life that were not appropriate.
But his campaign already looks doomed. On the weekend, his entire senior staff resigned. Some relative unknowns have also thrown their names into the hat.
If we make sure we're working on the right problem.
Herman Cain, a former CEO of a pizza chain.
I'm ready to lead. I'm ready.
Rick Santorum, a former senator from Pennsylvania. And John Huntsman, former ambassador to China.
Hello, everybody.
Who's more than slightly handicapped by his support for same-sex marriage and the fact that he once described Barack Obama as a remarkable leader. In this partisan environment, potential candidates like the Tea Party favourite Michelle Bachmann may well have more appeal in the Republican primaries.
I will not rest until we repeal Obamacare. America will not rest until we repeal Obamacare.
The Texas Governor Rick Perry is also being talked about as a potential candidate from the right, but the one with the most recognition is still keeping everyone guessing. Sarah Palin says she's not campaigning, but she's currently driving around the country in a bus emblazoned with the American flag and the Constitution. Her every step and every utterance is comprehensively covered.
Governor, are all your events on the bus tour going to be this loud?
Oh, it would be a blast if they were this loud, if they smelled this good. I love that smell of the emissions.
But keeping everyone guessing about her intentions is frustrating Republicans. And according to the pollsters, she's so well known that the wider American public has already made up its mind about her.
It's hard to see how you get elected President of the United States when almost 6 in 10 voters say they wouldn't vote for you under any circumstance.
The road to the White House is long and complicated. Even the Republican convention that will eventually nominate the candidate is still well over a year off. And at this stage, Barack Obama does appear to have the edge over all of the names on the Republican list. In the end, though, if he can't turn the economy around, it may not matter who he's up against.
Republicans like to remind anyone who'll listen that since polling was invented in the 1930s, no president has won re-election if unemployment was above 7.2%.
Now, Barack Obama just got the news that unemployment is 9.1%. I will tell you, if unemployment is anything approaching that, Barack Obama will be in trouble no matter who the Republican presidential nominee is.